Now, I know that tournament implications are on the way for Michigan State. Are you going to be tuned in to Northwestern UCLA? What is the word about getting ready for Big Ten, maybe? Well, folks, we have such a pleasure to bring you inside the Michigan State newsroom today, where we have another day to create magic with Bryan Rector, and today, special guest, the Olympian Heath Baldwin. Yeah, it certainly has been a conversation so far, and it's worth mentioning. I mean, Notre Dame is doing a really good job, led by Danny Nelson, in the face-off circle. That's something that we had touched on at the outset of this one, is could Michigan State keep the numbers high with Mikey D'Angelo particularly, who was 12 for 15 in the circle yesterday. He's 6 of 9, coming alive, but winning that battle to this point is Danny Nelson.
That's right. That's absolutely right. And it's really a trio. It's Jaden Simmons, Nyla Hampton, and Jocelyn Tate, who are each approaching the graduate standing as players. And you talk about experience, you talk about athleticism, and you talk about innate ability to find and locate the basketball. They have that. Let me tell you something. When you mentioned to me that we would be using a haiku to pick this squad, I said yes. How can we do this best? So I went into the treasure trove, and I found the Wall Street Bull.
What?
Because I'm feeling bullish on Michigan State. And you may be asking why. Well, folks, I'll tell you why. It's because a little man in Tom Izzo told me.
I couldn't help but think to myself, we might need to do a jump off between my man and Mondo Duplantis out of Sweden. But no, I think that's tremendous. You know, one of the things that you mentioned just previously, which I wanted to touch on, is how you got to meet idols and be a part of that prolific group. You know, one of the nearly 500 from America who were overrepresenting.
Yep.
Some of them that I noticed that stood out to me were Kevin Durant and Grant Holloway. Talk me through what that was to not only be a part of that, but if you have a story that you kind of look at as one of your favorites from meeting one of them, I would love if you could tell it. And if we're going to adequately cover an in-state rivalry between the Broncos and the Spartans, we need to do it up close and personal, which is why we're at the net front. Michigan State, as a defensive unit, has been at the net front numerous times, totaling 57.5 blocks on the young season, including 103 block assists. That's registered 23 more than the rest of teams they've played. And look at the ramp that these outfielders experience out here. It's at an incline of about 30%, give or take, which is very similar to that of IndyCar racing. Think the Indy 500, and think the track at Daytona Beach, which houses the Daytona 500. Wisconsin lost their first match of the season after holding the #1 ranking for the entirety of the year. They lost to Nebraska, who is now #1. Wisconsin falls to #2. Michigan State is the place to be for 3 reasons. First, the camp counselors from over the summer, as a part of Michigan State Volleyball Youth Initiative, are wearing shirts today that demarcate they were a part of that summer series. Welcome back, everybody. Field side, it's Big Ten baseball on Big Ten Plus, and we have the man of the hour, Randy Seymour, 36 RBIs as of today, none more important than the one you just saw. Randy, what was your approach in that situation?
Honestly, I'm trying to get the ball in the air there. I mean, a little lower than I thought, but everything happens for a reason, I guess, right?
Most certainly. Daly, I think this game is so important because we both come from the same state. My question to you, as we talk about Oregon, is what does it mean to you to be leading the Oregon Ducks, being born and raised in Oregon?
It means so much to me. It means so much to me and my family. We obviously grew up as Duck fans, and we've had a couple of family members in the Duck program history, and so I think
putting 11 runs on the board here in East Lansing. So Easton, clearly with those 2 home runs, seeing the ball really well, I want to know how your approach was different today after having a slower one yesterday on the offensive side.
Yeah, I think
And we're back.